on me staying a little bit cozy this afternoon. So once you're ready, you can place your hands upon your thighs, palms facing down. Let's close our eyes and take a few moments to arrive and relax. So gently breathing in through your nose and breathing out completely through your mouth. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth with that lovely ha sound, as if you're fogging up a mirror. So breathing in, breathing out. Let's do 3 more, inhaling and exhaling. Breathe in, breathe out. Last one, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to continue with a lovely affirmation and breath work. And we're going to use the affirmation, I am open, today. So as we breathe in, we're silently repeating to ourselves, I am. And as we breathe out, we're just silently saying to ourselves, open. So let's do that for a few rounds. Breathing in, I am. Breathing out, open. I am. Open. Continue now for a few rounds on your own. I am open. Let's do 2 more. Last round. We blink our eyes open, and on the inhale we're going to circle the arms out and up. Nice big body stretch, reaching up, looking at the thumbs, and on the exhale we're bringing those fingers back down to touch the ground. Breathing in, sweeping the arms up, looking up at the thumbs, bringing the hands together to touch in prayer, and then exhaling again through the mouth with that lovely ha sound on the exhale. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out with that ha sound. Let's do a few more. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathing in, breathing out. 1 more. And out. We're going to take the arms now out wide in a T shape. So the hands are in line with the shoulders and the palms are facing forward. On the inhale, you're going to keep the hands lifted. So we're inhale. You're going to just simply place the hands behind the head, keeping the elbows lifted. And then we're going to stretch back out into that T shape. So nice big inhale here, stretch through the fingers. On the exhale, keep the elbows where they are and the hands just come to touch behind the head. Breathing in, you're going to open. Breathing out, bringing the palms behind the head, keeping the elbows lifted. Breathe in, breathing out. So we're staying with that lovely inhale through the nose, and then we're staying with that lovely ha sound through the mouth. Let's do a few more. 2 more. Last one. Okay, let them rest now, the hands for a few moments just onto the knees. And then when you're ready, you're going to link the fingers, but you're turning the palms out. So we're going to take those palms turning out. So they're up towards the sky. The palms are facing the sky. So this is your big inhale. And exhale, you're simply going to bring the hands down in front of the heart. You're going to round your spine and tuck your chin to your chest. Take everything up. Inhaling, stretching up. So now the arms are in line with the ears. You're looking up towards the ceiling. And just nice and gentle, you're bringing those hands down in front of the heart. You're tucking the chin and you're rounding the spine. Inhaling all the ways up. Exhaling nice and gentle. Hands in front of the heart. Tuck the chin to the chest and round the spine. Breathing in. And breathing out. Remember to round. Breathing in. So you're lifting the head, lifting the heart. And then exhaling. So it's like caving in the chest, tucking the chin in. Breathing in, lift the belly, lift the chest, lift the head. And then exhaling, rounding and doming there in between the shoulder blades. Let's do 2 more. Breathing in, breathing out. Last one. Breathing in. This time we're going to bring the hands forward all the ways and you're going to fold forward until the fingers just touch the ground. Inhaling, rising up into your mountain. Remember, the palms are still facing towards the ceiling and then coming all the ways down in a fold. So you're folding forward from the hips and you can round the back. Breathing in, so we're just letting gravity do its thing here. And breathing out, folding all the ways down. Let's do 2 more. Breathing in, breathing out. Last one. Breathe in and breathing out. Breathe back in all the ways up and then hands come back onto the knees. So you're really going to find that little bit of energy or that burn in the back of the neck and around the shoulder area, which is really, really good. We're just going to do some nice lateral bends just to loosen the body up after that. So once again, we're going to sweep the arms up into mountain, take that right hand down and then sweep the left all the ways over, and you're here for 3 breaths. Remember to breathe in now through the nose, and this time let's breathe out through the nose. So you're extending through the crown of the head, you're extending through the fingertips, and you're keeping that left hip nicely grounded down onto the earth. Gently come all the ways back up into your mountain. And we'll go to the opposite side. So left hand in line with that left hip, and you're sweeping that right hand up and over. So you're just breathing into it here, drawing back that right shoulder a little bit, taking that left shoulder away from the ear. The energy is going through the crown of the head, through the fingertips. We're going to inhale all the ways back up and hands come back down to the earth. So we're going to do that again, but it's going to be just a little bit different because we're going to do it on our knees. So we're going to come up onto our knees. So we're just going to sit back nice and gently back onto the feet. So if you find that difficult, get your cushion planted underneath your seat and you can sit back down onto the heels. It makes it just that little bit comfortable and easier to do. So we can modify as we go. So I'm okay without the cushion, so I'll put it back up. but whatever you feel comfortable doing. So once again, now we're going to inhale all the ways up into our mountain, and we're just going to do that move again. So right hand comes down and you're sweeping over that lovely lateral bend all the ways over to the right. So it feels a little bit different. You're getting more space here. Inhaling back up into your mountain, and then you're going to go in that opposite direction. Remember to take that left shoulder away from the ear, and you're stretching across. We're going to do it in a little bit of a flow. So we're going to go from one side. We're going to come all the ways over. So it's like a little windmill. We're going over and back, or like a rainbow. We're going to do a few over and back, relaxing, stretching, and softening and reaching as well. Through those fingertips, through the crown of the head. So make it a nice dance from side to side. Let's do one more round on each side. Last round on this side. Now we're going to come back over to the right again. So you're coming back over to the right, but this time the top hand, you're going to reach down and you're going to tap that right hand. Then you're going to sweep forward and you're coming over and lifting up on the opposite side. Again, you're taking that top hand down to tap. You're reaching forward as if you're sweeping the ground, and you're lifting up on the other side. So you tap, you reach forward as if sweeping the ground and rising up on the other side. So it's tap, reach forward, rise up. Let's do once more. Tap, reach forward and rise up and come all the ways back to center. We're going to add on to that now. So we're going to do it a little bit different. So I'll come onto the side view so you'll be able to see me. So we're going to still be on our knees, okay? But this time we're going to come up on to our knees. We're going to lift our seat off the earth. But before we do that, let me scoot into the middle here. Before we do that, we're going to this time take the left hand back behind. So it's behind those toes so that you just have a little bit of a kickstand here. And now when you feel comfortable, you're going to just rise up. So the left hand stays onto the ground. I'm on my tippy fingers and I'm just lifting my hips up and taking my right hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, I come back down and I go to the opposite side. So right hand comes behind me and now I'm sweeping my left hand up, but I'm taking my hips up with me off the earth. And then we exhale back down, inhaling, lifting the hips, rising the hand up, exhale, swap over, lifting the left hand, lifting the hips, and back down. So it's a beautiful opening for the body, for the front of the body. It's a really lovely opening. You can reach the hand back wherever you feel comfortable in your nice back bend. And back down. Let's do one more on each side, reaching up and back. You're pushing the hips forward. Let's do it once more on the opposite side. And come back down. I hope you enjoyed that one. We don't often get to open up the front of the body, really. So we're going to come on to our hands and knees, woolly jumpers and fleece leggings and everything. We're going to come on to the hands and knees. And we're going to find that nice table here with my notes. Menopause brain, need notes. So we're going to come into our table. So again, you're checking shoulders are over the wrists, hips are over the knees, and we're simply going to do some cat-cows. So we're going to drop our belly, lift our head, lift our heart, and then on the exhale, you're pushing the floor away, finding that space in between your shoulder blades, doming your back and tucking your chin into your cat. Let's do a few more of those. Breathing in, coming up into your cow, and then breathing out, rounding, tucking the tailbone under if it's available, tuck the chin into your cat. Breathing in and pushing the floor away, breathing out. But see if you can just smoothen out that lovely move. So all the ways from the tailbone to the crown and from the crown to the tailbone. Let's do one more. Breathe in and breathe out. This time, you're just going to walk the hands a little bit further along your mat, just a little bit, and we're going to do just some nice hip circles. So you're going to bump the hips over to the right, you're going to bring them back down towards the floor, bump to the left, take them all the ways up towards that left hand, leave them fall open and to the right. So it's just nice big hip circles. So you're allowing the pelvis to come heavy, fall to the ground. So just make any organic movement that you wish. You can bring the shoulders into it, drop the hips, bring the head into it, then maybe go in the opposite direction. You can make those circles as big or as small as you wish as you move around. So this is our last pose. We're just getting a little bit movement. You can go forward and back, just bringing some flexibility into the pelvis, into the hips, or you can continue with those circles. And as we move around, you're just bringing some extra weight into the wrists, into the hands as you move around. Let's just do one more, all the way. And let's come back to your table, and we'll take those feet again, and you're going to come back into that easy sitting pose. So find a nice comfortable position. Oh, that was lovely. Let's close your eyes and let's take a moment. So I have a lovely little meditation, but I'm really going to tell you a story this evening. It's called The Bamboo and the Storm, but you can close your eyes for this one. It's really because this time of the year, I think it's lovely to think about letting go and giving ourselves a little bit more space in life. So this one is about attachment to control. So with your eyes closed. Once upon a time, in a quiet village, nestled between mountains, a school teacher gathered her students under the shade of a bamboo grove. She began her lesson with a story. And here it is. There were two trees that grew side by side, a mighty oak and a slender bamboo tree. The mighty oak boasted of its strength, standing firm, standing tall against the winds. I am absolutely unshakable, the oak declared. The bamboo, on the other hand, simply swayed with the breeze, bending gracefully without resistance. One day, a fierce storm came roaring through the valley. The oak stood strong and rigid, determined to hold its ground. But as the storm raged on, its mighty branches snapped and its trunk split apart. Meanwhile, the bamboo bent low, yielding to the storm's force. And when the winds passed, the oak lay broken on the ground, but the bamboo stood upright, untouched and alive. The teacher turned to her students. Like the oak, we often cling to control, believing strength lies in rigidity. But life, like the storm, is unpredictable. True strength is in letting go, in bending and being flexible when necessary. So maybe this week, have a little reflection about your own life. Where in your life are you standing rigid and controlling? And maybe this week think about how you can embrace the flow of life like the bamboo. So it's like in our yoga, when we hold on, we're creating tension in our bodies. So I remember for years, I used to try to control people around me. Sometimes I was trying to control the way they behaved, believing I could help them or sort them out. But now I know that letting go allows more love and more acceptance to grow. I remember also in a previous job that I had, I clung to doing everything as good as I could, nearly perfect. I never wanted to make a mistake. I never wanted to be out, even for a day sick. And the stress of always trying to be there and trying to be the best, the one who always took her holidays last and always stayed on when the whole department were gone home, just caused so much rigidity and control in my life. And then I remember the whole office plan changed and everybody had to adapt. And it was a way where we all reflected and looked at how we needed to become flexible. We couldn't sit where we normally sit. And I notice in my yoga classes when I'm teaching yoga as well, people come in every week and they sit in the same place. And I remember a new girl started one day and she sat over here on the left. And I knew it was Mary's place that had been sitting there for about 3 years. So when Mary came in and saw somebody in that spot, it totally threw her. She actually was going, oh my God, where am I going to sit? Where am I going to feel comfortable? It was like, it really threw her off balance because she was used to sitting there. We're such creatures of habit as well. And it took her a while to adapt and move around. So maybe just have a reflection this week, maybe just in your daily life, really, how you embrace unpredictability and how you can find peace in moments that you can't control. I remember I have 2 kids, and I remember my first child, she's 28 now, but making most of the decisions for her. But then when my son came along 10 years later, I was much more open and more flexible, and I learned an awful lot about myself, and I allowed him more so to grow and thrive in his own unique way, where I was the guiding light, I think, a lot in my daughter's life. So, and they're 2 very, very different children as well. So health is another way that we sort of tend to be trying to control every aspect of our body, but sometimes we have to surrender to the process. And maybe self-care is our true wellness, so it's about going with the flow, and when you're sick, actually taking that sick day. When you're sick, knowing when to rest, knowing when your body needs to heal, and not pushing yourself, being that strong oak all of the times, but just laying low like the bamboo sometimes. So thank you, everybody. Let's bring our hands to prayer at the heart center now. And we'll bring our thumbs to our third eye. May we have peace in our thoughts this week. To our mouth, may we have peace in our words this week. And to our beautiful hearts, may we have peace and love in our hearts this week. We will bow to our own hearts. Namaste.